So today I'm gonna do a hair tutorial showcasing the Voloom. So I have shared about the Voloom before. This is a hair tool that helps give your hair volume, but I had been using the original Voloom that I got years ago, and I recently started using their smaller one. It's called the Rootie, and I absolutely love it. So this one right here is the original one that I bought. I've had this one forever. You can see it's well used. This is the original one. And then this right here is called the Rootie. So you can see it's quite a bit smaller. And if you look at the little prong things inside, these ones are also smaller and slightly closer together compared to the original. And I think that is what makes me like this one so much more. So what I found with this one is that I find that it kind of bulks up the hair, but you don't see as much of the defined texture as the original one does. So I'm gonna show you on my own hair so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. So the trick to the Voloom is to make sure you use it on hair that is underneath the part of your hair that is visible. So I have a center part, and I am just gonna take a section, a very small section right here, and I'm just gonna flip this part over because this is the part that's gonna be down and that people are gonna see. So I don't want to use the Voloom on that section. And now I'm gonna take this section right here that's underneath, just a small section, and I'm gonna show you both of them so you can kind of see the texture difference on my hair. But I'm gonna take my hair, I'm gonna put it straight up like this, and I'm gonna put the Rootie right at the base, and I'm just gonna clamp it down for a second. Then I'm gonna move up a little bit, clamp it again, then move up and clamp it again. And then I'm gonna go down until I'm getting it probably roughly about my ear height, just because I wanna make sure I've got some good volume going all the way down. And you can see, I'm trying to see if you can see it with the lighting, but you can just kind of see this extra texturing in the hair, so that way when I lay it down, it just gives it a little bit more lift and it doesn't lay quite as flat on my head. Okay, so now I'm gonna flip this section over, and I'm gonna take another section here, and I think I'm gonna do the original Voloom because I wanna show you the difference in kind of the texture between the two different sizes. So I don't know if you can tell super well through the video, but the texture from the original one is just a lot kind of bulkier. It's just more noticeable. Whereas I feel like with the Rootie, the texture just kind of blends in a little bit more with the hair. It obviously kind of bulks up the hair, but you don't see nearly as much of the distinction between the different prongs and things in the hair. And so I feel like the Rootie gives a slightly more natural finish. So I'm just gonna flip this part of my hair over again. And then I always like to take a comb or a brush or something and just kind of brush it a little bit, just to kind of help the hair kind of blend together. But can you see the height difference between the two different sides? This one, you can't see the texture because like I said, it's the underneath layer that I've put that texture, but because I added in that Voloom and gave that texture to the hair and bulked it up, now my hair on this side has a ton more volume. And then I do this just kind of around my entire head. So I would do this side, and then afterwards I go in and I either straighten my hair or I curl it or do whatever I'm gonna do with it style-wise. So I'm gonna go style my hair now because I want you to see the difference between the two different sides, one without the Voloom and one with the Voloom, with my hair done. Okay, so I just finished curling my hair, and you can still see that contrast between the two sides. This side, obviously, without any extra height, it's just flat against my head. And then this one, because I used the Voloom on it, you're not seeing any of the Voloom texture, but you are just getting that extra lift and height on this side for added bulk and volume. And I haven't used any other product. I haven't used like any back combing or hairspray or anything. This is just purely from using the Voloom. And I typically go about a week in between washing my hair, and this height from the Voloom will last the entire week. So I just do it on the first day, and then I'm good to go until my next hair wash, which is another thing that I really love about using the Voloom. And I really love that it looks more natural. It just makes my hair look like it's more voluminous. It doesn't look like there's been a lot of extra done to it to create that volume. It just looks like that's what my hair does naturally. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna include my link along with my discount code. I used the original one for years and years, absolutely loved it. I recently started using the Rootie and I find that I love it even more. But my discount code will apply site-wide, just put it in at checkout and it'll apply the discount and will save you some money.